Hey there, I'm CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. And my package from Gotham Steel just arrived. I've unboxed a few of these packages by now, but I'm gonna do this and make a video and post it, basically just for verification, because always good to have that, you know. But let me pause this video and get this package open. Well, so check it out. They did send the Gotham Steel Diamond. Interesting, because this Gotham Steel Diamond looks different than the hammered copper uh, diamond that I got. So there's no shimmering, there's no cut with diamond dust in here. But it's got the same labeling and everything like that, but the ceramic coating is different. But you know what? Um, Two things I noticed when I started using the last kit that I got 4 years ago. These little to-go containers, uh, they're not exceptionally well made. I like them though. I've grown attached to them, but those the lids are very flimsy, and they'll detach from the rim very easily. So you want to be really careful using these. Uh, they didn't all detach like that, but some of them did. And I've actually one, two, three, four, five, six. I don't know that I've even still have all six of those. Some of them may be floating around in the friend sphere. You know, like when you send somebody something to go with to go or something like that. I'll probably be a little bit more vigilant in keeping up with these. And then, of course, this is the third Gotham Steel kit that I got. Now, my sister got in her hammer steel. She got like little feet that came with her. There's a little strainer that fits inside of the square. What they call the the 9-way, 8-way, or 9-way pan or something, where they name all 9 different things that you can do with this thing. You know, fry, steam, whatever, all sorts of different words for the same thing, really. But it's a good gimmick, um, and that's kind of cool. This particular kit, if you want, I do know that you can find it uh, floating around the Walmart Plus and stuff. You can get it for about 132 plus uh, applicable taxes. Uh, I'd recommend the product. I can't necessarily recommend Walmart Plus, but you can't really get this in the stores as of right now. But you can find them on Walmart Plus. It almost may be an exclusive thing. It's actually not a bad price, not a bad thing to purchase. I like these. No, I'm not hoarding. I initially was going to order this kit. Uh, then as I got to looking around, uh, I thought about getting what it is. Okay, so for this video, even though I've talked about this in other videos, but if you're watching this one and you haven't seen the other ones from earlier in January, let me just go over the history. So I've had this particular kit. I've got that's my daily cookware, and just recently around New Year's Eve, actually, I saw a commercial where they were advertising Gotham Steel with the hammered copper type finish, and I really liked the way it looked. And I figure it's about time I update my cookware anyway, you know, um, and not even update, but add to what I had, like, and keep what I have, but then get some other cookware so that when I do dinners and holiday, that I have then I know that I have enough cookware, because there's nothing worse than like planning an event and then you hunt around your kitchen and you find out, oh my God, I've got like 6 to 10 people coming over and I want to make enough food. And so what I'm going to have to do is constantly stop what I do, go over and wash this pan out or something like that. Or maybe, uh, maybe I'm doing something with got a makeshift kind of fry station going on in my kitchen. Or maybe I'm doing like, you know, uh, omelets for 12 or 13 people as part of a side or something like that, sort of a first course or something. And wow, I really don't want to make 10 or 12 French style omelets one at a time. What do? Well, you break out, you need pans to set up a good omelet station. So now I would have at least three really good uh, omelet pans, of the same style and everything like that. And so I really could feel comfortable setting up an omelet station, having pre-whisked the eggs, uh, and then putting the filling in the eggs, and I could do them three at a time, and then roll them out and have them presented. And I think that is going to be something that I do, that I serve maybe for my dinner style, a dinner style omelet. But I think I'll serve that after I'm thinking I'm going to add this. I really do, now that I'm talking about it. I'm going to have the cordials when people come in and some charcuterie set up. And then the first course is going to be a salad course. And I'm going to serve the salad with a platter of omelets coming up fresh coming off an omelet station. And that's something that I'm going to be able to do pretty fresh, and then set aside and just have it ready for when people come in and say, here you go, lay it up. Actually, yeah, that's going to be great. I've got the great, wonderful platter that I can roll them out on. It's going to be kind of cool. It's going to make me feel like happy and good for myself. So, and yeah, I can do a couple of plain style omelets, and then I can do a couple of omelets served with some vegetables, and then I can do like a couple of omelets served with like meat and cheese. And really, if somebody got here and I could have some of those sides ready to go, some of the fillings set aside. So if somebody wanted a custom omelet, it would be really easy for me to go in there and pull together a custom omelet, because I love that sort of short order servitude kind of thing. So that's something I can do as far as like an immediate service when people come in. And then the rest of the food can be like pretty much pre-made and set and ready to serve. And then so we'll have a really, really fun time. Because do you remember in the 70s how fondue, I don't remember because I was a little kid, but fondue was a really, really cool thing. People sat around and dipped in fondue and made a big deal out of it. Well, a really great omelet station, uh, setting up in your kitchen, making omelets to order, uh, basically can be just as fun. And you know what that does is that gets people involved with the dinner. It's not like they just come in and they sit down and food is sitting in front of them. It gives them a little bit of control as to how they have their omelet, and it's kind of cool. It kind of gets them involved with the goings on of the evening, and so that's kind of cool. And then of course, so we'll start out with like little candies and nuts and stuff like that, going right into I call those cordials, because we don't really do alcoholic libations here. You would normally at your place, if you were doing it and you want to do that, you'd have like little schnapps and little liqueurs and things like that you would have like with little candies and nuts when people come in, kind of like a mouche bouche kind of welcome, here, have this as a starter. and get yourself together, get all cozy and warm on the inside, and then you could have move people around to the um, charcuteries for the charcuterie course. So I'm going to do the charcuteries, have it sitting out, and then pretty much leave it out on the table. And instead of clearing the courses, I'm going to have the food on the table, and basically just kind of add to when it's time to bring new courses out. I'm just going to bring the new courses out and add them to the courses that are already out. And that way, if people want to, they can dip into the previous course to add on to the second course, and it's kind of a nice transition, and you kind of get away. I find that when I do that, it kind of smooths it out, and for home uh, service to people, that I kind of get away from having to clear each separate uh, in between each separate course, and then it allows people, when they finish their plate, they can move on to the next thing that they want to eat, without having to wait for the next course to come through, that kind of thing. So, some casual restaurants do it that way too. Like especially the big things, like here's your bread and here's your salad. No, by the way, and it's not like I'm going to bring everything out all at once, um, but I'm going to bring everything out in a way that there's a certain fluidity to it. So anyway, what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and just for this dinner, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to talk about this. This next little sesh is going to be about me planning this dinner for the next week, and basically seeing if I can orchestrate it the way I want to. And in a minute, I'm going to unbox this. But what I'm going to do is serve the cordials with the charcuterie, and then break out the salad course, and that's the one where I'm thinking about bringing in uh, the French style omelets. Now, French style omelets are smaller. They're not those big, huge, filled, giant hash house omelets that you get. They're like 1 to 2 eggs each, whisked together, and usually thinned out, not with milk, but with a little bit of water, ironically, to make them smooth. And then you put them in a nonstick egg pan, perhaps with a touch of butter, and then right before you turn them out onto the plate, you put your filling in the omelet, uh, which you have already filled and cooked, and then you roll that out, and it's a nice little, oh geez, help yourself to an omelet, and you let people just kind of like take the omelet off the tray, and you make sure you have like a really really good spatula set up to get that. But these are like not like large omelets. They're not heavy to handle or anything like that. And basically they're really kind of cool. Um, I either could lay them out in the tray that I talked about, which looks beautiful, or I could put them on individual plates. And I'll probably do both. I'll probably have some laid out for welcoming people, and then like people uh, straggle in or something like that, I can make them a little more. But anyway, instead of talking about how I'm going to prep it and present it, I need to just go ahead and tell you. So start with the cordials, charcuterie, bring out the salads with the omelets, and then from there we will move into a fish course, which is going to be uh, baked salmon fillets, large baked salmon fillets, uh, and I'll probably put a little bit of brush on a little. Well, if I get a hold of some, well, I want everything to taste a little bit different. So what I'll probably do with that is I'll probably get, uh, ooh, what if I got an orange and go a little different? What if I did, because I want to do, uh, I want to serve this with the side of lo mein noodles uh, with some cherry tomatoes. Oh, and the salad is going to be tomato and cucumber salad, really easy. That I'm going to have, So on the side of the, omelets. Okay, so anyway, and then um, and then I'll probably have a mixed green or something like that that people could do also if people just want. So like it's a little bit of something that way. Not everybody has to have the exact same thing, but then there's enough that people can have. And then of course I send home leftovers, and then the main course is going to be um, very cozy, traditional Louisiana. Uh, oh, by the way, that salmon is going to have uh, in the same balsamic that I'm going to toss the cucumber and tomato in. I'm going to glaze the top of that fish with balsamic and then lay orange slices on it. Uh, so how about that for a nice little interesting presentation? And then if I can get a hold of some tarragon, if I have some fresh tarragon, would be great. But I'll put that on my list. But then, okay, so the main course too, that's going to be after the fish course, chicken and sausage jambalaya. I do really well with that. Really do. Do really really great with the chicken and sausage jambalaya. Jambalaya. Is it jambalaya? I'm Louisiana. Do you call it jambalaya? I think people up north do that and on cooking shows or whatever. It's jambalaya. Yeah, Louisiana. Jambalaya. So anyway. And so chicken and sausage jambalaya with the Trinity that's in it. And then uh, a large helping of um, chicken wings, like like breaded chicken wing parts. Not hot wings. I found some at the Foodway that I like, and they're not hot wings, but they're flavored enough. There's a little flavor to them. They work. I love eating a good hot wing, but not everybody really does. And I'm gonna just serve them breaded but dry, and then maybe I'll have some yum yum sauce or some hot sauce or something for the table if somebody wants to put some on there. But yeah. Um, because what's coming after that is going to be the dessert, and I'm going to do, if I really have the presence to do this, I'm going to do a creme brulee. If I can get a couple of more custard dishes, I need to remember to do that. I've got 10. I don't know if that's enough for what I want to do. I want to make sure there's enough. I want to do some custard dishes for creme brulee. Uh, and then, of course, what I want to do is uh, though I really want to have them like pre-made. I'm not gonna have a kitchen torch. If I did, that would be excellent. I guess I could always buy one or something. I don't have one, but you know what I mean, like a really really good kitchen torch for brulees. Um, yeah, why not? Little kind of a small butane Bunsen burner, and then whatever. But I don't know. We'll see. But if not, I can do that in the oven. But if I do it in the oven, what I need to do is I need to do it ahead so that it gets a nice crispy crunch of caramel on it, and then carameled sugar on it. And then what I can do is uh, cover them up with saran after that, and then really put them back into the freezer. So I could do them right before people come, and then bring them out, saran them, put them in the freezer just so that they are nice and firm again. Because my concern about a creme brulee in the oven when I'm trying to brown the sugar crystals, and I'm just going to use granulated sugar. That powdered sugar does not work for me. And the brown sugar, I don't know, it's too sticky and all that. So I'm going to go back to using white granulated sugar on top of the creme brulee. It sticks and then dust off much easier. Last time I was doing creme brulee here at the apartment, um, it was a game night, and it was almost about a year ago. Uh, and I've had people over since then, but the last time I did like a dinner and game night, I had people over and I was serving creme brulee, but uh, my wand went out that I was using for the brulee part, and I was like, damn it. So well, then I tried to. I said, well, let's just put a little powdered sugar on it and sprinkle it decoratively. But what happened was then people would go with their spoon and they'd pick it up and then bring it in and they'd like, they'd, with the rich and creaminess and the way it looked and everything, then they would inhale as they were taking a bite. And it was like everybody was gagging on this dried powdered sugar in their throat. Like, so that, uh, you know, imagine like six or seven, how many people were here that day? We were all like just, like choking on the powdered sugar. So I was like, well, that's great. We're not going to do that again. But then when I did have some um, Ghirardelli uh, caramel sauce, and I put over the powdered sugar, and that kind of kept that down. So, and that's something else you can do with the creme brulee if you really can't get if you're making a custard and you really can't manage to get your hard shell, and that's not going to be convenient, then you certainly can top it with a hard shell ice cream topper. You know, at the product Magic Shell that you can get in chocolate or caramel or something like that. And so you can still get kind of that crispy, crunchy on top of your thing. So that may be an option also. But that's the dessert. Make the creme brulee, and then with the whites that I saved from the creme brulee, I'm going to make a cake to the side to have on. I've got a wonderful um, bundt pan that I can make a cake with, and that's going to go really, really well. And what I would be doing is I would be making it with, just adding sugar to the egg whites and making like a really thick meringue, and then folding in the cake mix into the meringue, and that makes a nice thick cake that's going to look great going into a bundt cake pan, which is circular, meaning that the rounded edge will rest nicely against the souffle cup that I'm going to put, the ramekin that I'm going to put the custard dessert in. So, but anyway, there you go. And so, just know that if I do invite people over for dinner, if you're one of those or whatever, I put a lot of thought and I put a lot of care into trying to make dinner a little bit adventurous and not just the same old meal that you're going to have any old day of the week, Uh, not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that people should have to be, um, if I'm honored to come to anyone's house, I am honored to be there. Um, but I don't know. I just really love to be of service to people, and this is part of what I used to do for a living. And even though I'm retired now, I like to do it. Okay, let me get in here and look at check out the condition of these pots and pans. I'm sure they're fine. That's in its original boxing and everything. So, um, but I want to show you. I want to show you this Gotham Steel finish compared to the Gotham Steel finish of the hammered copper on the inside. It is a different coating. But this isn't labeled. See, this is the same thing, but then the other one said it was 2 times hammered copper, like 2 times the nonstick. But I guess that's been balanced out since I've got actually 2 of the original. Hang on. I'll tell you, in the interest of time, I've already talked, and this is almost a 30-minute video. Instead of like just unpacking and showing off at the Gotham Steel, what I'll do, because I've made videos before, it's here. Check it out. There are other unboxing videos that other people have made also. Um, if there's a problem with this, then I'll come back and I'll video it, and I'll put it in the video sections and stuff like that. But I'm just, for right now, I'm going to trust that everything's just fine. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. But for right now, love and light. God bless to everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.